Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to our elders and apostles, a great millstone, and peace and blessing to the elect of Israel scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom to y'all. When we all woke up today, when you guys went outside, what was the first thing that you guys saw? It was the sun. Okay? It was the sun rising up. Whether you woke up at the break of sunlight, when the sun was barely coming up, or when you woke up when the sun was in full fledged, you still got to see the beauty of the sun. Now that sun represents something. That sun represents a covenant. Okay? That sun coming up and going down, and the moon rising and disappearing to allow the sun to come in place. That was a covenant that was made with Yahweh Bashin Yahushai and with the sun and the moon. Okay? When the Lord made a covenant with the nation of Israel, he told them that he would never forsake them. He told the nation of Israel, starting with our forefathers, that he will multiply Abraham, his seed. Okay, he will give him a promise, and he will give him an everlasting covenant. Okay, and so if you know the history, that seed was talking about Jacob, which today are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The Lord has created the sun to come up, signifying that the nation of Israel was still upon the planet Earth, that we're still here to this very day. The Lord has done it that way for a reason. The Lord has sanctified it to show the enemies of Israel that the Lord still loves his people. Now this is Jeremiah chapter 33. And let me start at verse 19. And the word of the Lord came unto Jeremiah, saying, Thus said the Lord, if ye can break my covenant of the day and my covenant of the night, and that there should not be day and night in their seasons, then may also my covenant be broken with David my servant, that he should not have a son to reign upon his throne, and with the Levites, the priests my ministers. So this is what the Lord told Jeremiah. If his covenant can be broken with the sun and the moon, that he wouldn't establish the nation of Israel in the next kingdom. Now we all see that the sun and the moon are going up, all right? They're going through their course. The sun goes up, then it goes down, then the moon comes up. That's not going to change because the Lord has ordained it that way. Proving that the Lord will never forsake his people. Let's jump down to the 24th verse. It says, Considerest thou not what this people has spoken, saying, the two families which the Lord has chosen, he has even cast them off. Those two families, it's the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. Okay, which represents the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans today, the true Hebrew Israelites. It says, which the Lord has chosen, he has even cast them off. Thus they have despised my people, that they should be no more a nation before them. Thus said the Lord, if my covenant be not with day and night, and if I have not appointed the ordinances of heaven and earth, then will I cast away the seed of Jacob and David my servant, so that I will not take any of his seed to be rulers over the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. For I will cause the captivity to return and have mercy on them. So that's going into the crafty counsel of Esau and Edom. You see what these devils are doing? They're trying to find ways to finish that bet that Yahweh made with the heathens, with the nations. Yahweh said if he can stop the ordinances of the sun and the moon, if the sun does not come up one day and the moon does not shine its light, then will I cast away my people. You see, Esau knows he has but a short time. So what is he trying to do? He has his astronomers, his scientists, okay? These bioengineers trying to come up with ways to destroy the sun. That's why it was years ago when they actually launched a rocket into the sun, thinking that it was going to destroy it. You see, this proves that the devil doesn't think. This devil doesn't have any understanding. That's why when you go to the book of Obadiah, it says, there is none understanding in him. Because the Lord is in the heavens laughing. Laughing at Esau Edom because of his stupidity. Let's go to Psalms chapter 1 real quick. Let's get that real quick. Because we know we can't count anything under this damn devil. This devil's gonna go over and beyond to try to destroy the structure, the covenant that the Lord made with the nation of Israel. They want to cut off the nation of Israel from being a people. This is Psalms chapter 1 and verse 1. Slakia. Let me start out Psalms 2 and verse 1. It says, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Okay. And one of the ways that the heathens are raging, they're separating the Israelite families. Okay. It's all a mental game. That's why they're trying to get Jake. Okay. All these Jakes like Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippins, LeBron James. All these Israelites that done sold out and made it, you don't see them with the Israelite woman. No, they're getting with the so-called white woman. They're trying to stop the Israelite lineage, the seed, from continually to grow. That's why they're pushing this abortion agenda. They're pushing this homosexual agenda. They're trying to turn the majority of our nation out. But that's not going to work because the Lord said he has preserved for himself 7,000 men that have not bowed down to the image of Baal. The prophets are back, man. And we are here telling these other nations that as long as the sun is shining and as long as the moon gives her light, the nation of Israel will always be loved by Yahweh Bashin Yahushai. Verse 4, it says, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, the Lord shall have them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure. Okay? The Lord is laughing, man. Because the Lord knows that his love, his continual love for the nation of Israel is forever, it's everlasting. That's why he shows his tokens, shows us the sun. That's why I made that example in the beginning of the video. What does the sun represent? Just like when the Lord flooded the whole earth in the days of Noah, he gave the token, which was the rainbow, signifying that he was never going to flood the earth again. Okay? But these damn filthy animals, these Edomites, they have turned the rainbow inside out. They have used it for their own personal gains. but we know the wicked is going to do wickedly. You see? But Israel has not been forsaken. Okay? The nation of Israel has not been forsaken, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 5. For Israel has not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power, of the Lord of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. Right. But through this word, the Lord is purifying our hearts. Okay? Circumcising our minds. Bringing us back. Turning us back from our wicked ways. And that's what Esau hates. This society was created to keep Jake down. To keep Jake going off. They want to destroy the nation of Israel. That's why they have Agenda 21. They have the Georgia Guidestones, martial law, the King Alfred plan, so on and so forth. These are all different agendas to destroy the nation of Israel, but the Lord is not going to allow that. The Lord is not going to allow that. This is the decree of the watchers. Okay? And pretty soon, the accuser of the brethren that is trying to accuse us to our power, which is Esau Edom, because these Edomites are accusing us by putting stumbling blocks in our path, then going up to Yahweh Shin Yahshai by using their witches, their warlocks, okay, dealing with the spiritual demon Satan on the left hand side, going up to the Father, accusing us before the Father, saying, you see your people how they're going off, you see your people committing abominable acts. When Esau puts these stumbling blocks in our path, he puts us in these situations that our people don't have a choice. But Esau cannot destroy our people. Esau cannot destroy the everlasting covenant that the Lord made with our people. Because the sun is still rising. The elect is still out here. And though 2/3 of our people are lost right now, the Lord still loves the nation of Israel as a whole. Once we're in the kingdom, then the Lord will start dealing with the 2/3. But on this side, it's only the elect. And it talks about the innumerable multitude. Esau can't do away with that. See, the Lord strategically, as a nation, led us into captivity and led us into all nations. You see, we got Israelites looking like all other nations. Looking like Moab, okay, looking like Edom, Ishmael, so on and so forth, Ham. We are the sands of the sea, a people that cannot be numbered. And Esau won't be able to take us down. Let me get this precept real quick, then we'll close out. This is Revelations chapter 12 and verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our power, and the power of it anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, and by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto death. You see? They overcame him. Why? Because the covenant. Because the Lord is ultimately dealing with the nation of Israel. That's why you see the elect waking up in these last days. That's why you see all these camps all around the world. Because the Lord has an everlasting covenant. So with that, I pray y'all was edified, giving all praises to Yahweh Shin Yahshua B'Hashem Kodash. Shalom.